Hello everybody, this is Abdurrahman Manu from the Old Studio, and today I will be designing a Nike sign-up form. Now this is the design I previously done, which I will redesign to show you how. So first you need an image and you need a mask of the shoe. Then go ahead and select the text tool, just write Nike. Then we'll bring the Nike onto the canvas, just select the shoe and bring the shoe to the front. We'll make the Nike a little smaller. Give it some transparency. We'll give it the transparency of 8%. Then we'll bring it to the side of the canvas and the top of the canvas. Hold down Shift and click the down arrow key and the left arrow key. Next, we'll be making is the brand name. So we select the text tool and just write the sneakers. Bring it onto the canvas and make it smaller. Just put it in the corner, make it a little smaller. Then we'll bring it to the edge and the top of the canvas to align it properly, holding Shift and the down arrow key and the left arrow key. Let's just do it one more time. That looks alright. Then we'll scroll down, select on the text tool, and we'll write men. We'll write men to make the nav bar. We'll copy and paste using Control C or Control V. Or we'll hold down Alt with the mouse and drag. Then we'll align them all properly. So just scroll up to the previous design and select on the text, which the font is not BBAS, it's Arial. So we're just going to scroll down here and change these to Arial. So we'll just write Arial. Then we'll align them in a straight line. And we'll select them all, bring them to the edge of the word, and hold down Shift and click the right arrow key. Hold down Shift to click the left arrow key. And we'll click on men, and we'll scale the size down because it's too big. So we'll just write 20, 25, looks better. So we'll click on the rest and we'll change them to 25. And then we'll align them in a straight line again. And again, we'll take them in, and hold down Shift, and click the left arrow key. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next, what we'll do is we'll select on our previous one and see the transparency percentage, and then we'll go to these ones and we'll write 80%. We'll select on them and the band name and align them. Next, what we'll be making is the sign up form. So if you just select your rectangle tool, make a white rectangle. Check box blur down here. I'm just going to type in some settings. Let's check the settings of our previous one, which is 30, 15, and 4. So we'll come back here and write 30, and there we are. Then we'll zoom in and select the nodes to make everything equal. In case you don't know how to select the nodes, double click on the object and then you can select the nodes. So just select everything, bring it down to the bottom and hold shift and the up arrow key. And I'll do the side. Then if you notice it had a border on it, so we'll come and uncheck border. We'll give the nav a little bit more space. Hold down shift, just click the right arrow key twice, left arrow key twice. Then we'll hold down Alt and we'll drag the brand name onto our box and we'll bring it to the front by right clicking, go into here and click in, bring to front. Keyboard shortcut will be Control Shift and close and curly brackets. So now we're making the text on the sign up form, which is just going to say sign up. We'll make it bigger. We'll align it into the center of the box. Then we'll hold down Alt and drag the brand name again, this time using the keyboard shortcut to bring it to the front. And we'll write the text you see underneath here. Then we'll come down here and make it text align center. We'll ungroup this and check the size of the text. So we don't want it 73, we want it 35. So we'll just change it to 35. Then we'll center it into the middle of the box. Then we'll bring it to the bottom of the word sign up and hold down Shift and the down arrow key to give it some spacing. Then to make those lines you see next to the word, we'll just select the pen tool and make a straight line. We won't uncheck border because it is a border. We'll just change the color white. Then we'll copy it using Ctrl and C and Ctrl and V and bring it to the other side. Then we'll center it into the middle, hold down Shift and click the left arrow key twice. Then we'll copy it again, bring it back to this side where it's in the middle of the word. Next, what we'll be making is the forms inside the box. So we're just going to make a white square again and center it into the middle of the box. To make the square round, we'll select that circle we see in the square and just drag it. Then we will uncheck border and we will check background blur and we'll keep those settings. Then we'll copy it using Ctrl C and Ctrl and V and bring it down to the bottom. Hold down Shift and click the down arrow key twice. And we'll do it again for the third form. Then we'll select them all. Make sure they're all aligned properly. Bring it up to the top of the word. Hold Shift and the down arrow key and bring it down. Then to make the call to action button, we'll copy it, bring it down and drag that circle all the way. Then we'll hold down Shift and Alt and drag it down and lift the top up a little bit just to make it look a little better. Then we'll copy the word sign up, bring it to the front and just drag it down to the button and we'll just click and write sign up now. We'll make it smaller and center it to the middle of the button. Make the button a little smaller and center it into the middle of the box. We'll make the button bigger. Then we'll hold down Alt and drag the word sign up to make the placeholders for our forms. So first we'll just write first name. Then we'll copy it and write last name. Then we'll copy it again and write email. Whoops, that's 2 spaces. Didn't mean to do that. Then we'll check the size of this, which is 35. We'll come down here and click on these, which they're 88, and we'll make it 35. There. We'll do the same to email. Then we'll select the form and the placeholder and center it into the middle of the placeholder. Bring it to the beginning, go down Shift and click the right arrow key 3 times. We'll do the same for last name. And for first name. One, two, three. Just bring it down a little. And we'll make our button a little bigger. It's a little too small. Bring it down. Next, what we'll make is this checkbox underneath the form. So, first, we'll just copy and paste the form, holding down Alt and dragging. We'll make it smaller. No, delete that. We're going to make a new box. So if you're just to select on the rectangle tool, hold down Shift as you drag to make a rectangle, and then we use the circle to make it round. We'll align it to the beginning of the form. No, align it to the beginning of the word will be better. So we'll align it to the beginning of the word. We'll uncheck border. We'll check background blur. Then we'll hold down Alt and drag email to write the text next to it. We'll make the text a little smaller. And we'll align the check box and the text in a straight line. We'll bring the text to the beginning of the checkbox, hold down Shift, and click the right arrow key twice. Bring the checkbox and the text to the bottom of the form, hold down Shift and click the bottom arrow key twice. And just bring that in. Next, we'll check transparency on the nav bar and give the same transparency to the placeholders in the form, which is 80%. Then we'll be making the slides. So select the text tool, write 01. Whoops, don't hold down Shift. Just write 01, 02, 03, and 04. Then put them in order 1, 2, 3, 4. Then align them on a straight line. Then bring them into each other, give them spacing, holding down Shift clicking the arrow key. One, two. Then click on 02 and make the text a little bigger. 45 will be right. The reason why we're making this text bigger is to show that we're on slide 2, so it's going to be bigger. We're also going to give the other slide numbers a little bit of transparency. Just drag it down. 72. We'll bring it in. One thing you should do when you're designing, if you want to get the spacing good, is you should bring it in and hold down shift and just count how many times you click away from it. Then we'll align the slides into the center of the canvas, like there. The checkbox isn't very looking quite good. It's too big. So just go to make it smaller. You need to make a new box. So just delete that. Select on the rectangle tool, hold down shift and drag a box. Zoom into it so you can get the rounding tools and round it off. Uncheck border and check background blur. Then align the text into the center of it. Bring it to it, hold down shift, click one away. Make the text a little bigger. Let's try 15. 15 looks good. Just align that. There. We'll just finish off doing the slide. Ungroup this. And make them all a little bigger. Hold down shift as you drag them. Select 3 and 4. Bring them into the 2. Hold down shift. Click the right arrow key twice. Do the same with 4 to 3 and 1 to 2. Select them all and align them to 2. Try align them at the bottom. Doesn't look very nice, so we'll align it to the center. Then we'll select our social media icons down here, which are Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and bring them onto the canvas. We'll just bring them to the beginning of the canvas and the bottom of the canvas. Just hold down shift and bring them in to give it the same amount of padding as the brand name. And there's our design. I like it. I think it's nice. You can tell me what you think about it. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and ring the bell to be notified for more videos.